ingredients that's required for dressing. We're going to, and just as it requires ingredients to build relationships, you know what? We're going to be building something special today, that's dressing. And it's going to be engaging, you all, because you're going to have fun. You're going to have fun. It's going to be enlightening. And I tell you, we're going to have fun on today. So listen, let's start off with the word of prayer, though. Have you had your prayer, Mother, already?
Nope. Go ahead. Pick who you choose.
Have not had prayer yet. So, Mother, Lady Bonita, since you're on and looking so beautiful in that picture, would you please open us up with the prayer?
Absolutely. Father God, we thank you for this day, for this is a day the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. We thank you for waking us up this morning. We thank you for for our gathering that we have together with the pearls. And we are looking forward to having an awesome time on this morning. And Father God, we thank you for our saintly mother, Alethea Nichols Taylor. We thank you for her ordination that was done on last night. And as she continued to lead the women, and as she continues to inspire us on second Saturdays, we ask that you continue to bless her, that you bless the women's department, that you bless our gatherings, that it'll be fun, insightful, and help us to bond. May we have an awesome day on today. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you, Lady B. And before we even proceed, ladies, with anything else, can we give a huge shout out for our own mother? It's official, you all. It's official. Our mother, supervisor, Elite.
Yes. Yes.
That's right. We're going to take a minute just to praise you.
Yes.
We see claps all over the screen. We want to see it all in the chat. We're going to be clapping all over today. Mother, we love you. And we are here. These pearls are here for you today, Mother. We're here to work with you and know that not only that God's got your back, but we got you too, Mother. Okay, we're here because we know that we're going to be one of the best Southwest 3. I did the best Southwest, the South jurisdictionals, you know. We're going to be the best. We're going to be the best jurisdiction, one of the best in the land. And we thank you, Mother. We congratulate you again. Hats off to you on today.
Yes.
And Mother, you've already doing an awesome job just by getting us all together, even this concept of empowerment in women. So without further ado, I tell you, ladies, we're going to go into a little breakout. We're going to do a little, we know we love our little breakouts, right? Because it offers an opportunity for us to engage even in smaller settings. And then we're going to come back, because we are going to be building today, not just building relationships, but we are going to be building that one. I know it's just one of the main entrees on my table.
Yes.
Thanksgiving time. We are going to be building the process, step-by-step process, and we're going to find out that even as we're building dressing, we have to build relationships in order for us to bond as women. And that's what the Lord wants us to do. But before we do that, we're going to go into a little breakout session here, and we're going to keep it moving. And Mother Taylor's going to kind of put us all in our breakout sessions. Women, you know how we do it. We're going to go into our little breakout sessions, and we're going to talk. But before we go into the breakout session, let me tell you what we're going to do while you're in that breakout session. We're going to be asking you to share among the ladies in your group that one particular item, that one particular ingredient that you put in your dressing, that your family just think you have the bomb dressing. They do that one particular item that you put in your dressing, and I say the bomb. Of course, the young people probably say dope. The young people would probably say off the chain, or the young people would say something else, but I still care to say it's the bomb. Okay, so nevertheless, whatever that one ingredient is that you know is special, put it in your dressing, and I tell you, your family just think it is just the bomb. So that's what we're going to be talking about as we're in our chats. Mother, are you ready to put us in our chats?
I'm ready.
Awesome. Let's go, ladies. Let's go. Ladies, are we all back, Mother?
Looks like y'all back. I was
We're
mindful
all
that you
back.
didn't go, so I
Uh-huh.
wanted to be careful.
Oh, that was deep. I tell you, that was deep. You know, we only had 2 or 3, and I have learned something already within just among those 3 that was in my group. And I'm going to learn. I'm going to ask that Sister Paige or Sister Natasha share that one ingredient. You know what? We all are familiar with it, and I think we all use it as a base. But I asked her to give me the proper name for it. Come on, Sister Andrea, what is it?
It's called mirepoix, and it's Miraqa. And basically it's sauteed onion, green peppers, celery, but in a true mirepoix is carrots as well. But of course we don't put carrots in our dressing, so we
Ladies,
omit
come on,
that.
by the show of your hands in the chat or something. How many all use that? They knew mirepoix.
So can you tell us what part of the grocery aisle do you find that in?
No, you have to go
That's
down
homemade. You make it
You have to get
yourself.
all the ingredients.
Okay. I can do that.
You get celery stalks, you get an onion, you get a green pepper, you dice it, and then you saute it in butter. So, it's just a fancy name for what we already do and what we've been doing.
And I love it because I said, oh, well, I do that. And then the other, oh, yeah, we do that. But we did not know it was called mirepoix. So, did you know that, Mother? Mother Taylor?
I did. Well, I didn't know it was called mirepoix.
Me neither.
It was like
Can y'all write that in the chat?
Is that
right.
is that a New Orleans too? That sounds like something you say in New Orleans. Mirepoix.
Come on, Sister Andrea. They wanted you to put it in the chat.
Okay, I'll put it in the chat. It's a French term.
See, that is the first
Oh,
thing
I
that
see
we all
it.
learned,
It sounds like it comes from the French quarters of New Orleans.
We can share something new. That's the first thing. And it's so funny because it's so common among all of us, the majority of us. We use it, we do it, but we did not know that's what it was called.
Right.
So, ladies, I tell you, that's the first thing we learned today. That is just awesome. Okay, now is there anyone that would like to share? Now, I am not seeing all of you, but if there's anyone that would like to share some of that special item, Sister Andrea and I have the exact same ingredient, that special ingredient. So we're gonna find out how many others have shared that same item. Okay, let's see.
Can get onions and bell peppers cut up. In the freezer section, I do like to cut mine up myself, but if you do want to do that, they have it usually at Kroger and they're in the frozen section, but their onion and bell pepper are already cut up.
Thank you, Lady Monica.
That's right.
You are right. But I'm going to tell you, that's easy to use that. It is used because my daughters use it all the time when they're trying to cook up and stir stuff. But I'm going to tell you, just like you said, I love the fresh. There's nothing like the fresh, but you're right. It's really easy. That is really easy. It is. Thank you, Lady Monica, for sharing that. Anyone come on, who want to go first?
Have you heard of this one too?
Who is Galaxy 8 S8? Someone's ready.
No.
Oh, that's yours. Oh, okay.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna share. And so I'm gonna ask someone to share from your group. I'm gonna share one particular item that they use in theirs. And I'm gonna tell you, I've never tried it. Cranberries. Cranberries. Has anyone else used cranberries?
Inside of it?
Inside the dressing. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Cranberries? No. Okay, see, I'm not the only one. Okay, cool. And also it was shared, or apples. And that was regarding my group. Like, that's right, ladies, you can jot it down, some little extra things, nuggets that you might just want to try. You may just want to try. Or you know what? I would recommend put a little side. Don't put it in all.
Yeah.
Anything that you find today, I'm going to recommend that you just put a little side.
Put it in the side.
And try it. Don't put it in your whole pan yet.
Right.
If you've never tried it like that, especially if you've never tried it on your family. Okay, so my recommendation is just put a little on the side and then kind of and build from there. Okay, well, we're gonna build some ingredients. Come on, ladies. Anything else? Just come on. Let's shout it out. Any other? Somebody said apples are good. You're right. And this lady said apples as well.
I
Apples
also,
or
one I didn't share in my group, I did tell them one ingredient was crab meat.
Oh,
And then
Sounds
another
Cajun
one.
too.
Yep. And then another ingredient is oysters.
Yeah, both of
okay.
those sound good.
Yes. I'm like you, lady B. We about to have some Cajun
Cajun.
dressing.
That's
Yes. That sounds awesome.
with
Okay.
Mirepoix.
Yes,
Right.
Mixed with our
Yes.
Oh, that is so that sounds wonderful. Anyone else want to share just something special that you put in your dressing and your family just loves it? Anyone else? Come on, ladies. Someone said that they actually don't eat dressing. I mean, they actually said that the husband don't eat dressing, but that's fine. Or maybe you said your mom was the one that make it. I see your hands up, Mary.
You gotta unmute, Sister Mary.
Mute yourself. Unmute yourself, Sister Mary. We want to hear that one item, that one ingredient that you share. While she is unmuting herself, can I see another hand go up? Is there another hand?
She was, Sister Mary was in our group and we talked about a couple of things. One thing that we talked about was Sister Naya's husband makes the family dressing, and she believes the key is that he boils his chicken and uses that broth, that really deep broth in his dressing. And I was sharing that I did the same thing, but a year ago I stopped eating meat. And so last year was the first time that I made dressing without my chicken base. And I'm still figuring out how to beef up the flavor without adding the chicken to it. And then Sister Mary mentioned that her key, she's unmuted. You want to share, Sister Mary?
Yeah, my mother, years ago, they just stopped making Campbell oyster stew. She used to put that in her dressing, and you can't find that. They don't make it anymore, but that makes good dressing, but you can't find it anymore. It was oyster stew, or it's oyster soup, Campbell soup, that they don't make that anymore.
Wow.
Yeah, they don't make it anymore. They discontinue it.
It discontinued.
Better
Okay. Oh, and then Sister Mary Lou said the boutons. Oh, those are awesome.
The bouillon,
Veronica, Liz, maybe you like some. Oh, vegetable
stock. That's what I was
There
going to
you
say.
go.
Yep, I use vegetable stock. I think this year I'm going to try to make a vegetable stock and maybe see if the flavor is richer, making it.
Do you still use the sauteed vegetables?
Yep, I do everything else.
Everything else except for the broth.
I think my broth used to be so much better because I boiled the chicken. And so last year I just used store-bought vegetable broth.
Yeah.
So I think this year I'm gonna try to make a broth to see if the flavor's better.
Try that cream and celery. Try the cream and celery with that.
Yeah.
Yes. Or cream of chicken as well. Cream of chicken.
Can't use cream of chicken.
Can't use cream of chicken.
Cream of celery. I use cream of celery.
The cream. Yeah, the cream. I didn't think it was actually the chicken. Oh, and Sister Naya, I must concur. I did taste some of your husband's dressing, Brother Jeff. Yes, I do concur, and it is absolutely delicious.
Yeah, he learned from his grandmother. And I was also saying they put a lot of pepper in it, which makes it spicy.
Oh, that is awesome. It's delicious. It's delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Does he use homemade cornbread in his dressing? What does he use?
Yes, ma'am. Everything is homemade.
And speaking of that, is there anyone else that use any other bread besides cornbread?
I use cornbread and then a few slices of white bread, but then it's dried out, and then I grate that.
Cool.
I use a combination of both.
Maybe now, Mother Taylor, am I going to the next step? I tell you, I'm just going to the next step.
Well, here's the thing. I'm trying to be mindful because you have an assignment.
And I'm getting ready to go. Yes. And I'm thinking, you know what? I'm getting ready to get out of here, Mother. But I'm going to release it over to you because this is getting so juicy that I am ready for some dressing.
Yes.
But I'm going to make sure that it's recorded. So I
Yes.
didn't, I don't know what happened last month, but I'm recording this one and I'm gonna make sure that we do the e-blast and this is gonna be on it, okay? So
Awesome.
you're gonna stay excited and then you'll be able to watch it. I appreciate you.
Thank you, ladies.
Sister
Have
Nora.
fun.
All right. All right, so here's the thing. What she was doing, Dr. Rachel, thank you for being with us. We understand that you're at work, but thank you for being on. I saw Natasha. I'm not sure if Natasha's at work too, but thank you, ladies, for being on today. And to all of you again, thank you for being here. So this is an interactive day. So Sister Nora started going into it. And we were talking about building on today, okay? So Sister Liz, are you ready to partner with me? Because we're gonna we're gonna take some polls, just like some of you all were sharing about, you know, you boil it, or what do you use? We want everybody, yes, I'm working. All right, good. Thank you for being on. She's working too. Okay, so Sister Liz, let's do the first one. The first thing we want to think about is the broth. Can you pull up the poll? All right. Not that one, the other one.
Broth for dressing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, broth for dressing.
Yes, that's the one that's up.
Oh, yes.
What
I'm
do
sorry.
you use for your broth?
Okay, I'm sorry. So ladies,
okay.
feel free. If you pick more than one, if you use more than one, feel free. And if somebody says other, I'm gonna find out.
Can you see I don't know if I'm sharing results, but so far it's tied.
Yeah. Oh, someone uses soup. And know that you can pick more than one answer. You can pick more than one answer. All right. So it looks like we can
end that one.
Yep. Let's end that one and see if it'll show you the results. Uh-oh. Will it share? Do you all see the results?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So it's the same and same. Some use from the carton, some use from the can, some use from the turkey. So everybody, anybody want to share? One lady that was on, one of the pearls said they use chicken thighs.
Yeah.
They use chicken thighs because chicken thighs are fatty. Is your husband, Naya, is your husband at home? Bring him right on in.
Yes, ma'am.
Bring him in the room, in the room, in the room. Come on in, come on in.
And while he's coming, I know Lady Kenyatta is not here, but when we were talking before, oh, there he is.
We need you to get a chair. Come on, is he working? Are you working?
No, I'm not working.
Oh, great. We want to invite you in. Come on in, come on in.
Oh, wow. How y'all doing? Good morning.
Good morning.
So excited to have you here on this morning. We're going to go through our few little steps. I kept getting the wrong person. And they said, no, it's Naya's husband. Naya's husband is the one that can make that dressing.
Yeah, I think I do okay.
I heard you did great. I heard you do real great. So while you're here, we're going to go through this little motion a little bit with us finding out what we're using. But then would you mind like giving us, a little how-to, kind of how you do what you do? Would you mind doing that with us?
No, not a problem at all.
Okay, great. So we're going to keep going through this poll for a minute. And once we go through this poll, we're going to bring you in to share some things with us. And then Sister Ingrid, we're going to
Hey, how you doing?
come
You by
around.
yourself?
So, all right. What's the next one?
All right, you ready? Bread
Ready.
for dressing.
What bread do you use for your dressing? Do you use cornmeal? Do you use Jiffy? Do you use breadcrumbs? Or do you use other? Good gracious, everybody, cornmeal. Breadcrumbs. Oh, breadcrumbs is coming up. Let's see here.
Jiffy is getting no love. No love.
Jiffy is getting no love at Oh,
It's too
really?
sweet. Jiffy's too sweet.
It's too
All
sweet.
right, ready for me to share results? I think everybody has voted.
Yeah. Cornmeal. What is what you say, Sister Liz? Cornmeal.
Cornmeal and a little bit of breadcrumbs, some people.
Yeah.
Are people doing only breadcrumbs or adding breadcrumbs to their cornbread?
I add for sure.
I add too.
I add a little bit.
Okay. All right. And Sister Liz, that's something to think about when you're doing your dressing. For flavor, if you get some flavor breadcrumbs, that will also add. Okay. Let's go to the next. Brother Jeff, what do you use?
I use cornmeal.
All right, cornmeal. And then what do you use for your broth? That's how we're gonna work this.
I usually get a whole chicken and, you know, clean it up pretty good, and then I season the water.
With what?
Some-
What you season your water with?
I use some Lorry's, some black pepper, some fresh garlic. I put a little bit of sage in there, some Italian seasoning, crushed red pepper.
And this is what this is when you boil the chicken for your
Yes.
broth. All right.
Some Hungarian paprika.
We all right. Our hands are down.
We write
That's
them down.
where, that's where a lot of the flavor comes from. That's my secret. The secret is in the broth.
Okay. All right. Well, God, I told Sister Nora, I said,
He got real quiet.
The Lord is
It's the
giving us
broth.
a ram in the bush. Okay. Hold on. I'm sorry.
Sister Mary has her hand up.
Sister Mary? Sister Mary, you on mute, sweetheart. Okay.
I think it was left up from last time, I think.
Okay. Okay. All right. So let's go on to the next one. So we done got the broth from Brother Jeff. See if the ram in the bush came on through. Yes. Yes, Missionary Stewart.
Good morning. Good morning. I just want to know, what is the reason why everybody's adding the breadcrumbs? I've never done that before. For texture or what?
Come on. I add it.
I do it for
like
texture.
I do it for season.
Texture.
Seasoning.
I do it
Texture.
because that's what I saw my mama do. So
If you know, for
That's
me,
my answer. That's what my mama did. So I don't know.
me too.
My grandmother.
Yeah.
if you cook that cornbread right, in my opinion, you know, when it's got that crust on the edge, I just use that for the bread.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Sister
That
Liz.
if that
Lady
cornbread
Karen?
is right, you don't need the breadcrumbs.
No, you sure don't.
I have one more question too. Do
Mm-hmm.
you add seasonings then to your cornbread mixture, or just from your broth to add more flavor?
So that's
Or do you
no.
make your regular cornbread?
No.
Well, I mean, once I break the cornbread up, that's when I add my trilogy, the trio, the onion, green pepper, and celery, and then I start seasoning the bread with the black pepper and sage.
Poetry season.
And I mix that all together, and then that's when I pour the broth in, and then to thicken it up, I use cream of chicken. And that's about it. And you just make it to the consistency that you like. Spices and stuff like that. I use a lot of sage and black pepper in mine.
Okay. Lady Heron was trying to, where did she go? Lady Heron, what was you about to say?
I was saying that you add the breadcrumbs just to help change the texture. So it's not quite so grainy. And then I usually will add my sage while it is while the bread crumbs are by crumbled bread, cornbread, is kind of warm, and let it sit for a little bit and let that seasoning, sage and as whatever seasoning you're adding in there, let it kind of soak into those breadcrumbs before you mix all your juices with it, your broth with it. So I let that, sometimes I'll let my breadcrumbs sit overnight with the seasoning in it.
Yes.
That gives it, that sage a chance to really mix in there. Just a thought.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. Sister Mary, I see your hand up.
You know, and you got to use a good cooking butter, Land O'Lake. That's the best butter. That make your dressing real good. And some people put Jiffy, and then also you can use an Aunt Mama cornmeal. It's already got everything in it. That makes the best dressing.
Yeah,
Because it's got everything in it already. It's
Lady
called
Loggins.
Aunt Mama cornmeal.
Aunt Mama. Lady Loggins, is that what you were saying? I heard you say you use cornmeal. Is that the kind you use?
Mama, white cornmeal. Yeah.
All right. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's go to the next post. So we got some broth ideas. We got some bread ideas, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what we got next? The
seasoning, which is what we were just talking about. So I'll go ahead and launch that.
One of them too.
Let's put them up there. While y'all answering this, thank you, Sister Veronica, for sending your dressing recipe. I appreciate you. That was everyone's assignment. Thank you for sending it. My Lord, I'm gonna have to take some addresses and make rounds of Thanksgiving. Ain't it right, Natasha? Look, here's the thing. Oh wow, nobody does carrots.
Oh no, white people. No.
No, Lord, that's a sin.
I know that's right. Oh,
nobody.
That's like using raisins. No, ma'am.
I know that's
Or
right.
apples.
Say that's
Right.
no.
I have a question. Do you
Negative.
guys do you prefer a type of onion?
Oh,
Yes, we do.
I like
wait a
sweet
minute.
Not a
onion.
sweet onion.
Listen,
Like
hold
sweet
on.
onion.
Wait a minute, Brother Jeff. Let's stop this poll, and then we got to give you room for us to understand what's going on with this onion business. We're gonna share the results.
Yes. Oh, share. Sorry, I stopped it without sharing. There we go. Share.
That's okay.
Y'all
Well,
said
we
no to
see
the carrots.
celery, onions, green peppers, butter, sage, and poultry's coming behind a little bit, but most folks use that poultry season. Now, okay, we can take it down. So if you don't use butter, what do you use?
Right,
Gotta
I
have
never used butter.
Huh?
I've never used butter. I'm just wondering why we use butter.
Your butter goes in your broth.
Or your butter can go in your onion and your mirepoix.
Your mirepoix.
Yeah, I saute with butter, and then I butter my cornbread too after it gets done.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, see there? Now wait, not okay.
There's two others. There's two others. I don't know what the others are.
Well, here's the thing. Brother Jeff, why did you ask about the onion business? Is it a different flavor or something with the onions?
It's a lot of different onions out there. You got the white onion, yellow onion, sweet onion. And I particularly go for the sweet onion. And if I can't get that, I go for the yellow after
Yellow.
I use yellow.
You see what we learning today in this kitchen conversation? All right.
Ask Jeff, do he saute his onions and celery before he put it in there, or do you just put them in there?
No, I just put them in. Like she was saying earlier, I don't know who that was. When I put it in, when I take my cornbread out the oven, I flip it right out of the skillet, and I start breaking it up right then while it's still hot. So I put, you don't have to saute it. And then when you put it in the oven, it's gonna soften even more. When you add that broth and stuff to it, when I add the broth to it, it's pretty hot too.
It's easier to break up when it's hot, when the bread is hot.
So what he does, because I don't like onions, he takes the onions, the green pepper and celery and put it in the blender and blends it all together. And then we put it in the dressing.
Strain it.
Strain it and put it in the dressing.
Now, how about I don't like that? Now that's a whole nother spin. Let's see now. Okay, that's really good to know because there's some people who don't eat onions, don't like onions. But how many? I want to show of hands. How many of y'all did show or have seen you saute your marquois beforehand? Let me see your hands. Yeah, this is very different to find out that you don't. But because he blends it, it's already fine. But I good faithful cut up in the pot with a stick of butter and
yeah, she eat onions. She just don't like to see.
It's a great suggestion. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Sounds good. That sounds absolutely good. Now, boy, right, exactly. This is the next question. What do you use? Do you use what meat? Chicken, turkey, it's about to come up. Sausage, giblets from the turkey, duck. Let's see what kind of meats we use in here. Whoa, sausage, turkey, giblets. Oh, some people use none. Oh, let's see. Duck tends to be very greasy. Yes, duck.
It is, but it make good dressing.
All right, we got almost everybody. So giblets from the turkey, chicken, duck. Some people put none. I put none because there's some people that don't eat meat, so I put that on there. And Ingrid was talking earlier about oysters. Some people use oysters, you know, this and that. And I guess, and we can all chime in. What meat do you normally use, Brother Jeff? He's our star today, y'all.
Chicken is my go-to. It just depends on if it's Thanksgiving or not. You know, Thanksgiving, if I got some turkey, I'm gonna definitely add that. But yeah, 9 times out of 10, I'm just going with my chicken. And when after I pour my broth off, I just kind of pull the chicken apart. You know, I use every part of the chicken.
Every part
and add
of
it
the
to
chicken.
the dressing.
Now wait a minute. Okay, now that means you have chicken inside your dressing.
Yes, chicken and dressing. Yes.
Okay. How many people cook their dressing without meat on the inside?
Sometimes.
Well, no, besides
I don't
the
use
sauce,
meat.
I have sausage in mine.
Okay. Duck on table, meat the bone. Yes.
Sometimes I like a whole turkey drumstick to be inside of my pan, you know, and then I'll just pour the dressing around it. After I bake the turkey drumsticks, I'll pour the dressing around it and then serve it that way. And you can kind of like tear off a piece of meat with your dressing.
Man, these old mothers ain't
Okay.
getting no.
So here's the thing. So for me, I'm from the East Coast and we didn't call it dressing. We called it stuffing. When I moved to Michigan, it was very different. And everybody telling me, have a great weekend, Dr. Rachel. Thank you for being here. I didn't know anything about this cornbread business till I got here. And my dressing tastes just like the same to me. However, we didn't put the meat in, but here, that's a meat on the inside. People like it. It's good. They like it. Who eats with cornbread? I should have made that a question. Who eats cranberry sauce with their?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I have to.
We got some yes.
They have it.
Yes. Lady B got her hand up.
I was raising my hand.
Oh, yes. Yes. Okay.
Gotta have it.
Okay. Jeff, come on. I see your finger.
One other thing. Whenever if you got that turkey done first, that broth that comes off of that turkey, you add it to that dressing. Woo!
Yes.
Yeah,
That's what I use. That's exactly what I use. I make it my business to use that. Let's see. Yes, love, love, love. So we go. So the last question is, where do you put your dressing? Do you put it inside the bird or in a pan?
In a pan.
Both.
In a dish.
Both.
Both.
Very good for you.
She
In a
said
pan.
kind of strong. In a pan. Yeah. What? Where else?
Like, you mean, how do you serve it? Is that what you're saying? Or just
How do
When
you
you make
cook
your
it?
dressing, some people cook it inside.
Oh, okay.
You want a basket?
Right? Okay, so
Half,
most people do this in a dish. Okay.
half
All
in a
right.
dish, half in a bird.
Half in the dish, half in the bird.
Yes.
Mm.
Very, very moist in the bird. It's different. It's because you get more juice while it's cooking the bird. So yes.
All
Stuff
right.
the bird and then cook the turkey. And while it's cooking, it even makes that dressing even more moist. It's the bomb.
You mix it once the turkey's done.
I mix the whole dressing just like I'm gonna put it in the oven, but I stuff it in the bird and throw the bird in the oven
It's
for an
delicious.
hour. And then the dressing is it's wonderful.
It's delicious.
Okay.
I never knew that people did not do that growing up because we always stuffed our bird.
Right.
We always did both, but the bird, everybody wanted the dressing that was in the bird first.
First.
Yeah.
That voice goes first.
So how do you prep that? What's different about that? Because I
Just make sure your turkey's cleaned really well on the inside.
Yes.
I see your hand, Missionary Stewart.
You have to clean your turkey well.
You put any like salt and whatnot in there to get it right, or what?
Well, you have to clean all that, all the cavities out. So there's no, it just needs to be cleaned really well on the inside.
You
before
prepare like
stuff
you
it.
prepare your regular, like you're gonna cook your turkey. You prepare it.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you just stuff it.
Just
Same
spoon it in
stuff
there.
and scoop
Take the
same
giblets out.
Yeah, take all that stuff out.
Take the giblets out.
Take the
Yeah.
So you don't cook the turkey even a little bit before you stuff it. It's like as if you're just gonna cook your turkey.
Correct.
Yeah,
We some people cook theirs a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, because the average turkey in the oven is 3.5 hours.
Yeah, and
to
I don't
4
want
hours
dressing.
to cook. So yeah, I cook it a little bit and then stuff it.
I just stuff it first, and the dressing is still so moist because you're still going in every so many hours and basting that turkey, and it's right there on the dressing, so it comes out wonderful.
So what about those of us that use the bag?
I was just about to ask that.
I
put
don't
mine in the bag and I just tie it up and just say, "Thank you, Lord." I put all of those seasons
Foil
in there.
tint.
Missionary Stewart, I'm sorry. Come on, baby. I saw your hand.
Well, Sister Liz, she pretty much touched on it. I was just trying to make sure that everybody makes sure that the turkey is really cleaned out. I've really never stuffed my bird, but I think I might. Lady Cranford just made me feel
it
like
sound good.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and stuff it this
do
year.
both, because if your husband likes it a certain way, just do both so that you're not disappointed if it don't come out the way you want. But I do a pan of one and I just make up a big amount so enough can go in both.
Okay, because someone played their Friday turkey.
Question. I got one question. Mother.
Yes, dear.
My grandmother said if you don't mix it with your hands, you ain't did nothing.
No,
so are people mixing with their hands or are they mixing with a spoon? Like I seen her with a spoon, but then she got in there with her hands and was just like pudding, just like in. And so if I don't do it that way, I feel like I ain't did nothing.
Well, you know what? So I see we got some folks moving their hands, and some use their hands, some don't. When I did learn how to do the cornbread, because like you're sharing, when your husband likes it a certain way, my husband liked cornbread dressing. So I asked the mother to show me how. And she showed me with a rotisserie chicken. And just so happens she used carrots, where we know on here is like no carrot. She did it real fine. And for the cornbread, right after it's done, I use my hands because I want to make sure they're smooth. Then after that, I use a spoon. That's just my way. But I see a lot of hands moving, so it looks like it's a lot of people here to use their hands.
It's faster.
Is it faster?
Our hands when all the ingredients work together. So that was like, okay, just want to make sure.
Don't go nowhere, Jeff. I see you trying to skid away.
Right, come back. Jeff,
right here.
He trying to get to that fish tank.
oh my gosh, yeah.
You put them fish on hold and come on back.
Right. Make sure no water in the floor. Oh, I thank God for him. I'm so glad that you're here. You were really our real ram in the bush, because we had to on, it was going to be on. They weren't able to, but one of our moderators, Sister Ingrid, had something for us, and this is what we're going to do. We're going to make sure that it's shared, because it's 9:53. We don't want to be late. We want to stay within our time. When we do the e-blast, she has a video. Talk about it, Sister Ingrid, about the video.
Okay, so really quickly, bless you, Mother Taylor. And again, so excited for your elevation that we all witnessed last night. God bless you. We love you so very much. Really quickly, so what I did, I am so grateful for the brother here with us today. Literally everything you explained. I'm literally was trying to write everything down, because I'm like, this sounds divine. When you said that Hungarian paprika, I said, oh, he really gets all the way into it. So anyway, I had got out some ingredients that I had already had, stuff that I've been gathering, so that I could make my dressing for Thanksgiving, because I've been told that a lot of things are like out of stock, and trucks and stuff are like, so I want to make sure I can get what I got. But anyway, I was trying to see if I could actually do this dressing hookup or actually cook in front of you guys today, but we didn't really have time. So Mother Taylor and I got together, and I found a video of a young man, like an 8-minute video of a young man that makes dressing and his preparation similar to mine, from the sauteing of the veggies to adding sausage to his mixture, all of that stuff. So I kind of had all this stuff out. And so that's the video that she's going to present to you all, or, send it in the e-blast, just to kind of give you an idea, or another idea of how to prepare your dressing, which I believe will be very flavorful and very good, in your family. You and your family will enjoy. So really quickly, I had some stuff out. Italian sausage is what I put in mine. I'm not going to go in order. I do put Italian sausage in mine. I cook it first, crumble it up, and then I put it in my dressing mixture before I put it, cook it off in the oven. I use breadcrumbs in my dressing, or my cornbread meal or cornmeal. I add that after everything is cooked there. I do put chicken broth, something that I don't do normally. When some of you were saying that you cook a meat, chicken, or whatever. I don't do that. I don't use like the turkey, the liquid from the turkey. I actually just add chicken broth to my mixture. Another ingredient I add is cream of mushroom. I may add 1 or 2 cans of this, depending on how much of the dressing is being made. 1 or 2 cans of cream of mushroom. You guys can write this stuff down. And these are things I learned from my mother and grandmother. I always use at least 1 stick of butter in my celery onion mixture. And I do, of course, saute that, because I don't like the crunch. But I think if I have my broth, like the brother said, then if I pour while it's hot, then it will cook and it won't be as crunchy. So maybe I'll try that concept as well. As far as I did pull out, this is Martha White self-rising cornmeal mix. So I don't have to do a whole lot. Just
I do that.
It is cornmeal. I did pull out Jiffy. I don't particularly like Jiffy. No, I like Jiffy cornbread now. I like to make it because I like the taste of it, but I don't like sweet cornbread in my dressing. So I just pulled that out just in case. Sometimes people may mix it together, may make 1 pan of this and 1 pan of just regular, cornmeal dressing, and they mix it together. That might offset the sweet taste as much, depending on your seasoning. And then, of course, I have ground sage. The key, let me just break this down. The key to any good dressing is never to use too much sage, because if you do, it will be green, and we don't want Christmas tree dressing. We want it to, exactly. We want it to, excuse me, we want it to be pretty and beautiful, but too much sage, people think it's so sage. No, that's it. Your other seasonings is what brings this flavor out, but you don't need a lot of this at all. Of course, I have a yellow onion. I also do like sweet onion too. I think a lot of times that kind of the different flavors that you use, your onion, that offsets, depending on the flavor of your onion, that will offset the different flavors or bring out the different flavors as well. Somebody mentioned, I think somebody mentioned garlic earlier, or using a lot of it. I have that out here too, garlic powder as well, Lowry seasoning, of course, black pepper. And then the last thing that I wanted to mention, I don't know if you all use this, but I literally use this seasoning on everything.
Yeah, I do too.
Nature seasoning.
Me too.
Love
I mean, it on everything.
What is it?
Nature, it's by Morton's, and it's nature seasoning.
Delicious.
And it brings out every flavor. Like whatever you're cooking, put this in there.
Yes.
Yep.
And it's good for those who are diabetics, if I can say that.
Yes.
For those that are diabetic, you have to be very careful about your seasonings. That's how we found out about that nature seasoning, because my mom and my grandmother, that's how we used it.
Yep. And I'm a diabetic. I'm walking in healing, but I'm a diabetic. And so this is my go-to. So again, hopefully that video you all watch. He did have a couple of things that I don't do, like for as far as the breadcrumbs. I know somebody mentioned like they have like the cube breadcrumbs, but I don't really like, some people like their dressing, the texture of it a little more chunkier. I don't really like that. I like the smooth taste. So the breadcrumbs that I have are the ones that are fine. I know they do sometimes come in a bag they're just like the cube breadcrumbs, but the ones that I have are, just plain, really, really, really fine breadcrumbs. So again, somebody said, why do you add breadcrumbs? I don't know why I do it. I do it because this is what I saw my mother and my grandmother do. So, but yeah. So, and I also think again that I have Italian sausage, but some people also add, there's a sage sausage that you can get too. And I don't know if you can find that. You probably can find that in the butcher. Yeah. Yep. A lot of people put that in their dressing as well. So, hopefully those nuggets, again, everybody basically talked about what they do, and all the ingredients are here. So hopefully that helped you all. And then again, that video, you can kind of see the process. It was very similar to the ingredients that I have here.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. I appreciate
You're so welcome.
And doing that. Thank you, Brother Jeff. It was my heart's desire to have you here. I didn't know how it was going to ever happen. It didn't even dawn on me when I saw Naya that her husband, but God is so good. You was around the corner or something. So I want to say thank you so much.
It was my pleasure. I didn't have a problem with sharing it all. I enjoyed it.
Oh, please feel free to get back on. We're doing kitchen conversations and we want the men to be here. Lady B, I see your hand. Oh, okay. You agreeing with me.
And so congratulations to you again.
I wanted Jeff to tell us how he assembled his dressing real quick. I think the order in which you do it, just real quick.
Yes.
Well, first, I get the cornbread done. And once I get the cornbread done, that's when I add the celery, onion, and green pepper, the sage, and the black pepper. Once that's together, then that's when I pour the broth in. And it's just the eye test. I've been doing it for a while, so I just know exactly how much I want. And once I get that in there, then I add my cream of chicken. And then I do a taste test, if I need to add anything. That's pretty much it. That's the order.
Thank you.
And then I
start. And how long do you cook it? Because I'll thank you, Lady B, because I want to make sure before I did the announcements, I want to make sure that we got the seal on the deal with having Brother Jeff on. So I'm glad there's a oneness, because I wanted to know too. So how long you keep it in the oven?
Depending on the size, but on average, if I'm cooking Thanksgiving, it's probably about an hour and a half, hour 15 minutes.
Do you add eggs?
I like it to, I like to see it kind of crust on the edges a little bit. Yeah.
Yes.
So it's just,
Okay, now we got a question. I heard your sister Ingrid ask about, is there egg? You put an egg in it?
I've heard of people adding egg too.
no, I
That's
don't
why I
add any
asked.
eggs to mine.
Y'all, okay, Sister Veronica, raise a hand. Some people use eggs. Okay, eggs in the cornbread for me. I don't know. However,
Right.
but
And
you put
depending
eggs
on how much
inside of the
chicken you
dressing?
add, it depends on
Yeah,
how
I
much
mean, like, I
egg.
meant like, not like no chopped up boiled eggs, no, but I do know people who do that, believe it or not. I meant like after you make the cornbread and you're getting ready to like mix everything together and put it in the oven, do you scramble an egg and put that in the mixture too?
Come on,
Okay.
Sister Veronica, I need you to come off for 1 second though, because you shaking your head. Yes, you do.
Yes, I do, and it just makes it right. It makes it fluffy. It helps it rise.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
All right, makes it rise. Sister Liz and Sister Missionary Stewart, I got you. Sister Liz want to know, are all your vegetables raw? Brother Jeff? Yep.
Yes.
Oh, because
Yes,
you
I-
puree them. Because he pureed them.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I just do a chop in the blender. I don't make it like soup. You know, I mean, you can still see it, but yeah,
it's
fine. I know
Real
I
fine.
do it to cut down on time from sitting up there dicing all of this stuff up.
Put it all in a little blender.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Sister Missionary Stewart.
Yeah, I just wanted to add that I do add eggs as well, and that just makes the dressing, I believe Veronica has said that it makes it rise and fluffy, where it's got a nice texture to it. That's why I use it. And I also wanted to add that it's very important to season to taste, because some people, they put too much sage in there.
Yep, and it's
you gotta, or it's salty. Yuck.
Yep.
So you gotta season it. I mean, taste it. And then I sometimes, let it sit overnight. Let all the flavors come together and then bake it the next day.
Oh, this is so right. We're a few minutes over. Can you all stay with me so I can do the announcements real quick? Did you all enjoy today? Because I did.
Yes.
Did we get it?
Thank you.
Thank you all, because this was so necessary. All of it, listen, all of it is necessary. I'm gonna do the announcements really, really quick. Thank you for everybody chiming in. I'm gonna go really quick through the announcements, so we can stay on task. Okay, so here are the announcements. We're gonna go through really, really quick. Oh, wow. All right, Kitchen Conversations, November, we did good. What about the dressing? We're gonna have this in the actual e-blast, and we're gonna be on test. I want to apologize that we didn't get the e-blast out early. We had a lot of things going on, but I apologize for not getting out early, but we're gonna do better, because I want you all to see this gentleman. God blessed us with Brother Jeff today. So glad he was with us. Yes, yes, yes. Kitchen Conversations December, desserts. Everybody get ready. If you can, I want you all to start sending some in before we get together, if you can, okay? National announcements really quickly. Today at 12 noon, if you all can, Lady Karen, our First Lady of the Church of God in Christ, we are doing during convocation. If you can get on so we can support her along with our Mother Lewis. This is her very first time of us coming together, so we definitely want Lady Karen to have a great day of success. Also on tomorrow, Holy Convocation official day. It's our presiding bishop's first official day, so we want the numbers to be real, real high. You can see all the streams, how to be able to connect and support him. And please pray for our bishop, his dad, my dad, Bishop John Henry Shear, passed away this week, and all the many offices that he held. And I still say it, I say it with a big heart. He treated everybody again like they were somebody important, and he will definitely be missed. So please keep, this is his father. It's one thing, you know, he's our presiding bishop, but this is his real birth dad. And we all know that his mother also passed during COVID. So this is probably a little hard for him and for his brother, Superintendent Ethan Sheard. So please keep them all lifted in prayer. Our local announcements. I want to thank Prophet Taylor for prayer today. He wasn't feeling well, but the Lord gave him grace and strength to come on today. And so thankful for that. District missionary, Elise Watson, she's not on. Pray for her husband as well. There's a turkey giveaway that her business is partnering with consumers. So if you're in the area on Friday, November the 19th at 10 a.m., you can come by and get a free turkey or get one for someone else. Our district missionary, Katie Easton, she's not on today, and she had an event and she let me know, but she's speaking on the 21st. So if you can, we're going to make sure that this is put in the bulletin as well to support her. Our own sweetheart is on here on today. The Great Escape. This is for free. Just go to email August weekend retreat at yahoo.com. Let's support Latrice. Extreme blessing. I know it's going to be an amazing event. And it's on the 27th from 11 to 1. Davis, oh my goodness, she had to get off the line. She had another event, but I wanted to commend them. The beginning of the year last year, those of the churches that had me to come, I came and I shared them about the no-sew hats. Dave Drader Davis Memorial last week did 100 no-sew hats in 2 hours. The people had a mind to work. So they're doing outreach there. And when we need your recipes, SW3 Women's Department. I'm sorry, I left the S out. It should be an S in there. I'm sorry, at gmail.com. Also, if your churches are doing something and you want to share, please email us as well, because we want to be able to support everyone. Amen. So invite someone. Every second Saturday, prayer at 9 and empowerment hour at 10. If you desire to sow a seed, because this is what we do, go to Givelify, Michigan Southwest 3rd Jurisdiction, says Women's Seed, or mail it to 5304 Wise Road in Lansing, Michigan. And I want to say thank you all for the opportunity to serve. I thank my bishop. Thank you. I don't have the words to express it. I've just been super teary, a whole lot. So if I'm not saying a lot, it's not that I don't want to say a lot. I'm just very, very full and very thankful for all of you. And I am so honored to work with all of you in Southwest 3. You all are an amazing group of people. People of the Lord, and I'm honored to serve, and I look forward to us getting to work. You've been working with me, and I thank you, and we're going to keep right on working together. Is that all right? Is that good? All right. Okay. So it is 10/10 next week, next month. Also, Lady Loggins had shared some information with me about the O.T. Jones school. They had that was during convocation this week, and I'm going to see if I can get some information about those. A lot of good classes. Not sure where or how they're going to do that with the downloads and things of that nature. But thank you so much, Lady Loggins, for your encouragement and for sharing that information. It's greatly appreciated. To all of you, love and blessings. If I don't see you before Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving. Love and blessings to you and your families. And just know that we're looking forward to coming together very soon. I'm honored to serve and thankful for the opportunity. And we're going to get together and we're going to have a meeting of the minds. And I'm going to share what the Lord has given us when the Lord allows us to be able to meet. And just know that you all are loved and appreciated. Blessings to your entire day. I love you all so very much. And thank you for all your love and prayers. Happy Saturday. All right. God bless you.